What's going on? No music tonight. No music tonight. I trying to figure out how to work this other silly iPhone that I was so gullibly talked into purchasing. I know, Sergeant Ringo. I know. CPAP, you just hush. I'll do it twice as long next time just because of that. We'll listen to a whole song. What's going on, everybody? DOT Blitz. Woo! Oh, sorry. Jeff's in the house. Let's see who all we got in here. Jonathan Houston. Oh, there's Roscoe. Hey, Mike Mentor, Sergeant Ringo, CPAP, Stu Manchu, Snow Lord's in the house. Yeah, there's Roscoe again. Jeff's in the house. The Professor. Jeff says, have Gear Grabber come take me out to dinner. Well, yeah, I ain't gonna turn it down, boy. I'm probably gonna be having me a homemade pizza here in a little bit, as the way it's looking. Everybody moves from one feed to another. Say it with a smile, Enos. If you're gonna call me that, you gotta spell it right, son. It's with an O. It is with an O. All right, get it right. All right, so let me unplug y'all. And we're going to look at... you got to look at my hand for a second. All right, so... Anyway. All right. Let's see. Y'all want to see where I'm at? We're here at the best trucks in the world to be at, Peterbilt. And, oh, can you see it back there? Just can't see the top of the trailer back there. She's parked inside the fence, nice and locked up. I, on the other hand, we're parked outside just in case I had to go anywhere tonight. Gates locked after they close. So let's take a look at what we got going on. We turn on the headlights. Well, let's first turn on the parking lights and the four ways. You see that? Can you see that? Nice and bright. Everything's good, right? And now we will switch on the headlights. We have a headlight out. Oh, no big deal, right? Change the bulb. But if you notice, the parking lights are not like they were. They're dimmer. And there's a headlight out. Yeah, we'll turn those. Now the high beams are fully on. It was flashing because I have a headlight out. Now the high beams are on, and look what we have now. Look what we have now with the headlights on, the park lights are on, the four ways are going, and we turn on the high beams. Oh, we got a lot out, don't we? Turn the high beams off. Not back on. They stayed off. See? Everything's still out. So here's the kicker. Turn everything off. Is trip the circuit. See? So, turn the key on, let everything reset. Uh-oh. Now we turn the park lights and the four-way's back on, and we still got nothing. This is not something that you can go down the road with, obviously. Circuit failure. So, that's what we got going on. I was in almost to Port Huron Sunday night when I discovered this issue. Got to they do have two brand new 579 Peterbilts sitting right over there, Jeff. They just got one. They got two of them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look here, Food Mooch. Look here, Food Mooch. Just hang on. Look right here. Just oh, well look, I tried to do it too short. Too soft. Look at that. Oh, that's with all the windows rolled up too. Hot wire the new one and leave your Big Rich, that's probably which way I'm headed. That's probably which way I'm headed. Jeff thinks I'm an idiot, and that's okay. He might be right. But, so yeah, we're waiting on the shop. This all went down Sunday night, and thought it was just a headlight out. So I had I was delivering at a small food warehouse. I didn't really have room. Didn't realize that the light was out. I drove there during the day and then waited until it was dark. You know, by the time I got unloaded, it was dark. And so when I got ready to leave, turned on the lights to pull out, and of course the passenger side light was out. Everything else seemed to be okay at this point. And I said, okay, that's fine. I had two headlights in the glove box because I always carry them. And I was headed 12 miles up the interstate to a rest area to take my break. So I said, that's fine, I'll get it there. Because this little Kroger distribution, they didn't have any room for me to be hanging around changing headlights in the middle of the night dark. So anyway, Sunday night, I roll up there to the rest area. Well, about halfway to the rest area, I hit one of these nice Michigan potholes, and what happens? The passenger side headlight comes on. So got up the next morning at the rest area, and I only had about 10 or 12 more miles to drive to my next shipper. And so I said, well, I'll just shoot up there. I'll change the headlight while I'm waiting to get loaded rather than doing it here and then go get loaded and, you know, be twiddling my thumbs. So I'll go there and do it while I'm waiting. Anyway, so get there, check in, get back into the door, put the new headlight in, nothing. I'm like, uh-oh. Which I kind of halfway suspected that, considering that the headlight had popped itself back on the night before. Kind of thought that was going to be an issue. So sure enough it was. Got to messing with fuses, and couldn't find any blown fuses. So and of course Peterbilt is nice enough not to have a specific fuse for headlights, so they have multiple things on fuses, and the left headlight is on a certain fuse with other things, and the right headlight is on a fuse with certain things. That way, if you blow one fuse, both headlights don't go out. So I kind of understand that point of it. But anyway, No fuses are blown. So I just start pulling one at a time until I get the driver's side one to go out. And it's whatever fuse number one, something, something one. So I said, well, hopefully number two would be the passenger side. So I swapped number one to number two. Now, mind you, none of these fuses are blown. Do that, and the passenger side headlight pops on. I said, okay. Maybe it's a fuse connection issue. Because then I take the fuse that was in number two and put it back in number one. The driver's side, the headlight comes back on. So now, you know, I'm like, okay, maybe this was just a fuse connection problem. Well, at that point, I'm like, well, I'm going to change my headlight back out because it matches the driver's side when I had some silver stars in there. Do that, then both headlights are out. Then I notice the four-ways are starting to get involved. And, you know, the more I look at it, the more I'm realizing it's not just the headlights out. I've got an issue here. And that's when I started coming up with the pretty good idea that I've got an open ground somewhere associated with that passenger side headlight. And it's messing with the circuit, messing with the whole works. So that was on Monday. Got on the phone, started calling. You know, of course, I couldn't do the load. No, I'm actually in Michigan. It's actually kind of chilly. The wind's a little blowing. Let's see what this thing says it is. It's 60 degrees, and the wind is blowing a little bit. I was sitting out here. Look at this. Let me show you this. They got this nice picnic table out here. See, I was sitting back there under the Peterbilt sign, watching Jeff on the live feed, and the wind's got a little blow. See, you can see the trees back there blowing around a little bit. Can you see that? See the trees blowing around? And so it's blowing around, and it got a little chilly. So I had to go get my coat. Loiterer. But anyway, so this was on Monday, and of course I had to give the load back. The broker totally understood it, and he knew I wasn't just BSing him and pulling off the load because I found something else, because I was already there and checked in with the shipper. And so anyway, pulled out of the door, and I start getting on the phone, calling places. I was in Port Huron, Michigan, which is about, I guess it's, Jeff, if you're still on here, what is it, about 60 miles northeast of Detroit, maybe 70, something like that. And closest two Peterbilt dealers are down here in the Detroit area, one in Romulus and one near Troy. Well, they're the same dealer, but just two locations. And anyway, so I called over to the one up in Troy. I believe it's the bigger of the two locations. And he told me, he said, man, we are backed up. It's going to be 2 weeks before I can look at another truck. I'm like, oh, that ain't going to work. So I called down here to this one. And now, granted, this was on Monday. She told me Thursday. She said Thursday is when they could look at it. I didn't like that either. So I started calling independent places. And pretty much all of them who even remotely acted like they were capable of doing truck electrical work, even they still said that I probably should take it to Peterbilt, because they're going to have all the schematics and everything like that. Because once I was telling them exactly what it was doing, by now I knew about the four ways. I knew that it was not a bulb, not a fuse, and it was messing with the four ways, and you know, everything that was going on. They all, even most of them, were like, yeah, you probably should take it to Peterbilt because of the, you know, they'll have the schematics, they'll have all the wiring diagrams and everything like that. So I ended up calling this Peterbilt here back and told her that. And I said, yeah, you just, work with me best you can. I don't really have any choice. I'm not from here. I'm stuck in the truck, blah, blah, blah. Not that they really care, but hopefully they, And so anyway, she said that if I could get here today, that they would try to work me in, but no guarantees. That they were really busy, and if not, they would get to me Wednesday morning. So I got over here about 9 o'clock this morning, and maybe it was 10. I wasn't in a super rush because she said if they were able to get to me, it'd be later this afternoon. But anyway, I got over here about 10, and got checked in. I had already asked them about, because I looked them up on Google Map and I saw this little parking area where I'm out front. And I asked her, I said, well, you know, I'm stuck with the truck, and if I don't have to, I'd rather not have to get a hotel room. Could I possibly drop my trailer back there in the lot and then just bobtail out front in the nighttime? And she said that was no problem. So I came over here today. They weren't able to get to it, but when they were getting ready to leave today, she said they would get on it first thing in the morning. So hopefully we'll get it in the morning and get it checked out and see what's going on with it. And I'm hoping it's not going to be too major. I mean, you know, I don't think it's anything major, because I think it's just a wire, open ground maybe is what I'm really thinking it is. My brother's a diesel mechanic, and talked to him about it, and that's kind of what he thinks it is too. The problem with an open ground or a wiring issue is not necessarily the repair, it's finding it. Might get lucky and find it easy, and it might be a wild goose chase. Juan, what's going on? Yeah, I'm down in the water, man. I got headlight problems. I think I've got an open ground on my headlight circuit, and it's messing. I've got four-ways are messing up whenever the headlights are on, and passenger side headlights out. No, Snowlord, I looked at that, you know, because you brought that up yesterday, and actually somebody else asked me about maybe could it be, you know, rodents or something like that. So I had all day today just twiddling my thumbs. So I got out, popped the hood, and looked all around, you know, kind of looked under the sleeper, anywhere that I could lay eyes anyway, without crawling in the mud. Now, that's one thing I'll say about this Peterbilt dealer. That back lot back there is nothing but a mud pit. It's pretty rough. And so anyway, I was just looking at, you know, whatever I could. I don't see any evidence of rodent activity. Nothing looks chewed up, exposed, you know, nothing like that. So I'm kind of thinking that I've just got to, if it is a ground issue, I think it's just something maybe has rubbed through, you know, 500,000 miles of beating down the road. Maybe I've got an open ground somewhere that's rubbing something, or I've got a bad connection on a ground, you know, like a bolt is loose or something, or maybe it's corrosion. I'm kind of thinking that that's where we're headed. So, what did Jeff say? James ate your wires. He thought it was a pot pie. Oh, that's about right. Packard's using the new flavored insulation on their wiring. Well, you know, it's funny you say that, because I've got a friend of mine, and he works at a boat marina, and it's on a lake, and you know, so they're dealing with small personal boats, pontoons, bow rider boats, bass fishing boats, things like that. And actually, a lot of the wiring harnesses in those boats, because they're exposed to water, they are covered in a grease, kind of like cooking oil, and it attracts rodent activity because of the oil they use to coat the wiring harnesses to help make them waterproof. So he has a lot of issues with boats coming in with wire harnesses chewed all up from rodents, you know, mice, squirrels, whatever. And it's because that oil they put on the wire harness to make them waterproof, it attracts them. That kind of seems counterintuitive, but yeah, whatever, Roscoe, whatever. So yeah, we're just hanging out. Gonna camp out here tonight at the Packard at the Peterbilt place. and wait till morning. Hopefully they get me in tomorrow and it's not too major of a deal. I'd really like to get out of here in time to go get a load tomorrow if it's at all possible, but you know, we'll just have to see how long it takes them to find the problem. And yeah, that's true, Sergeant Ringo, I could, but honestly it's cool enough tonight that I haven't ran it all day today. Even during the day when the sun was out, I don't think it ever really got much above 70 here. And I just had the windows cracked and had the windows in the sleeper open, and it's been not really windy, but a steady breeze blowing. Man, it was perfect all day today. I hadn't run the APU at all, really. It cranked up right now for the first time in a long while just to top the batteries off, but it's probably, I don't know, it's only done that once or twice a day. That's all the APUs ran. It's been so cool, I haven't even had to. But yeah, this is the joys of owning a truck, right? This is the non-glamorous side of it, right? When you're sitting in a shop and you can't do anything. 100 plus in Central California the last couple of days. Well, you can have that for one. I'm sorry, nothing against you personally, but I've been driving since 2003. Now everybody knows I had a little break in the middle there, but in all the years I've been driving, I ain't never been to California, and I'm not planning to go. No, I'm good, Food Mooch. I'm actually fine. Me and my wife, we went over the bank accounts last night, you know, because you always have to do a double check when you got a shop repair bill coming. And we just kind of went and did a consensus on everything, and we're good. Derek, yeah, I was in the back lot back there, back where I've dropped my trailer, just because where I'm sitting at right now during the day is for the cars to come in and buy parts. You know, they got a couple of parking spots here for cars to pull in if they need to go in and get some parts or whatever. So I'm parked here right now, but during the day when they were open, I was back there where my trailer is, just kind of hanging out waiting. And then as they were getting ready to close up, I pulled out here. So that way if I had to go somewhere tonight in the middle of the night, I was not trapped inside the gate. I think they got about 2 or 3 mechanics in there working right now on what they're calling second shift until 10. But all the parts and service counter people and all them, they're all gone and, you know, locked up. So I pulled out here just in case. You never know. But dinner, Snorlord, is gonna probably be a homemade pizza. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I have all the ingredients, and probably just gonna get back there and make me a pizza here in a little bit. Pot pies, God almighty, you're gonna turn into a pot pie. You talk about me eating chicken. You put me to shame with them pot pies. Stu, I wish I had some chicken right now. Chicken sounds good. I hadn't had chicken all day. I had chicken last night, though. I made sure I got my pot pies in last night because I knew I was going to be over here tonight, so I wouldn't be able to get it. Because that's the other thing about this Peterbilt. It's a nice, nice location as far as being parked and not being worried about anybody messing with you, but there's nothing around except for businesses and docks and things like that. Did I get the soft jets? Yes, James, I did. This is the first time I've been able to find it. I'm gonna try it out. So I have a bottle of that sauce that Jeff recommended. We're gonna try it out. They delivered chicken over there. Well, I have food in the truck and it's free. It's done been paid for, so we'll do the right thing and we'll cook some of that. What sauce, says Food Mooch? You would be the one to ask, wouldn't you? I'll just show you. Let me turn on some lights here. I'll just show you. So I had been using a different pizza sauce, and Jeff recommended this one. It's called Lord, I'm not going to say that. And y'all can't read it because the phone lately is being silly. Yeah, whatever that says, Contadina, Roma-style tomatoes. Pizza squeeze sauce, original flavor. Actually, Snorlord, I'm on my Droid right now. My Droid is the one being used, and everything's backwards. I don't know what's up with the YouTube camera system right now. But anyway, so we haven't tried this one out yet, but we're gonna try it. Jeff came with good recommendation of Jeff, so we're gonna try it out. And the freshest ideas in Italian cooking is what it says right there. Hold it up to a mirror. I don't have the only mirrors I got are outside. Oh, let's see. Easy pizza snack. Spread pizza sauce on a toasted English muffin or bagel. Add toppings and cheese. Bake 350 until cheese is melted. Yeah, when I went outside, Snorlax, that's why the image is all backwards on the thumbnail. The Peterbilt emblem's all backwards. I don't know. You know, like, this is my left hand, this is my right hand, and this is the driver's side door. What's up with all this? I don't get it. Sit on the passenger side. But anyway, so that's the pizza sauce. Got it at Walmart. Got it at Walmart. And I want to say it was in the pizza section, you know, where you got the noodles and then you get the little section where the spaghetti sauce and all is. It was right there, right by the spaghetti sauce action is where they have the pizza crusts and this sauce. They have several other pizza sauce. I was using a different one that was in a glass jar, and you had to use a spoon or you had to dump it. You know, this seems like it's going to be way better because it's a squeeze bottle, so that's awesome. But so yeah, I got the sauce that Jeff recommended. We're going to try it out. Let's see here. Oh, she's high in sodium though. High in sodium. Serving size, since that seems to be the kick of the day on the YouTube channels, a 1/4 cup is a serving. It says there's 7 in this bottle, so that's not a whole lot. 30 calories, 340 milligrams of sodium. I don't think this is 7 pizzas. Is this 7 pizzas, Jeff? That's not 7 pizzas in here, is it? I buy the same crust you buy. I don't think this is 7 in here. This is probably more like 5. Yeah, Snorlord, it's probably 7 if you're using bagels. It's more than 7 pizzas in this bottle, you think, Jeff? For them same crusts? Well, maybe it is. Maybe I'm gonna get it to go further than I thought I would. Just eat it with a spoon, he says. Well, let's see. I'll taste it. Let's see it. Let's pull the tab here. Do a cooking video and go. No, I'm definitely not set up for that. I don't have tables, and that's not happening here. Let's see. We'll try out the pizza sauce though. Oh, it's just spraying everywhere. Lord, look at that. I just sprayed it all over my pants. All over my steering wheel. It's good pizza sauce though. It's really good pizza sauce. It almost... You know what that tastes like, Jeff? Am I far off in thinking that this tastes like Pizza Hut? That tastes a lot like Pizza Hut. Yeah, I got it all over my pants. Look at that. Look at that. I just put these pants on this morning too. Starting my period. Oh, but yeah, that's a good pizza sauce. That's way better than the other stuff in the jar. I'll give you that. Way better. That tastes a lot like Pizza Hut. That's much better. Kudos. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And I saw something that was asked. What was it asked here? I saw a long question. There's Sergeant Ringo, off subject. What's the mileage on your truck? And if you don't mind me asking, what did you pay for it? No, I don't mind you asking. My truck now, let's see, my truck now has 512,844. And when I bought it, it had 435, 436 on it. At that time, that was in October of last year. And I give 45.6 or something like that for the truck. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's got a tri-pack APU on it that does work. I have spent $2,000 on it in the last 2 months for different little things that have happened to it, but it does work and it works fine. It's got a bunk heater, and so it's a Cummins. I learned about the Cummins ISX a little further after I bought it. Yeah, it's working fine for now. That's right. Well, yes, Jeff, with the truck turned off and not running, the dash is off as well until you open the door. It is a 13-speed. And yeah, I have, I think I would recommend a Carrier as well. I've never owned one. I've never driven a truck with one, but Jeff has one. Snorlord has one, and Roscoe has one now. And comparing the two systems, I kind of like the way the Carrier system operates better. So, oh, Burger has one too, okay. But anyway, so I felt like 46 was a good number. 45.6, I call it 46,000. I felt like 46 was a fair number. It's, you know, it was 400 something thousand miles with a working APU. And it was hot when I bought the truck. I know I said October, but in Georgia, October's still summer. And so while I was looking at the truck, I had the APU kicking down, making sure it was blowing cold. And so I was checking that out when I was buying the truck, because that was a big deal to me. Potbelly has one also. Potbelly. Who is Potbelly? James says he paid $48,000 with a 600,000 miles, no APU. That is true, James. But your truck was a lot newer than mine. Oh, James is Potbelly. Okay, well, I said James, yeah. James is Potbelly. That's some damn pot pies. But yeah, James, your truck is newer, and so even though it had more miles on it, that was why it was the same price. Because, see, mine's a 12. Oh, boy. But anyway, that's what we got going on. We're just hanging out here at the Peterbilt dealer and going hang out till tomorrow, I guess. Hopefully they get me done. I'm so far I'm on day 2 of no productivity. No productivity for Monday or Tuesday right now, and I'm hoping that we get some action on Wednesday. I'd like to get out of here at a decent enough time tomorrow. I can go pick something up and roll with it. So, but we shall see. I had planned on working through the DOT blitz because some of the things I was reading and some of the things I was hearing was that usually during the DOT blitz, the rates kind of ticker up a little bit. So I was kind of looking like that. Yeah, Making Sense YouTube. Is that the... Maybe I've seen that one. But anyway, I was looking forward to running through the DOT blitz because I wasn't worried about a DOT inspection until now with all this mess going on. But I guess maybe somebody upstairs or something had another plan for me there because I've been shut down basically since Sunday night. So I may end up not even getting to run any of the DOT blitz. But we'll see. Rates jumped a bit in the southeast. There you go. James needs a Peterbilt to catch up. I agree with that, Sergeant Ringo. Although, I don't hate on Kenworths because I like Kenworths as well, and my next truck might very well be a Kenworth. So, to me, Peterbilts and Kenworths are on pretty even playing field, and I will say that there's a million long hood Pete's running around out here, but if you had a W900, you kind of stand out a little more. So, there's that. I wouldn't bet against it, Jeff. A lot of hate on James. He deserves it. Buy one, get one. Oh, man, I appreciate that. Let me know when we're getting them. Hell, if they were buy one, get one, I'd go Havers on you just to get one. Oh. But, yep, so. But I didn't buy this truck. I know everybody has a different mindset on how they run their trucking business, you know, and Jeff is the best one in explaining it. And me and Roscoe have different mindsets on it. But I didn't buy this truck even with the intention of paying it off. I only financed it for 3.5 years. And I didn't buy this truck with the intention of paying it off in 3.5 years. I don't plan to own this truck when that time comes. Buy a stock and fuel company. I plan to roll this truck out once I have positive equity in it, you know. When I have enough positive equity to put more down on the next one than I put on this one, it's time to go. I've already had one major. I just got this truck out of the shop Wednesday of last week. It was down. I put it in Thursday. This coming Thursday will be 2 weeks. I put it in on Thursday morning at the Cummins dealer at home because I had a check engine light on. And ended up being the SCR catalyst. Along with a DEF injector nozzle and a NOx sensor. And luckily that was covered under my extended warranty that I bought with the truck. They didn't cover all of it. Jeff, don't think I haven't thought about that. don't think I haven't thought about that. But anyway, check engine light was on, and it was SCR catalyst. And anyway, that bill ended up being almost $6,000. Luckily, I had the extended warranty that covered most of it. I ended up out of there for about $1,400. So, I'm hoping, this is never a given, but I'm hoping to get by until about the first of the year. If I can make it to the first of the year without any two more major repairs, then I should have enough cash built up by then to put a substantial down payment on a new truck, and that's kind of the plan. So, you know, this truck is going to be a factor in that equation. I never had good luck with a Volvo, Kenworth, or Pete's new than 13. Even with the maintenance lease deal, the downtime just killed me. What did I say? I was borrowing a backup Freightliner so much they said keep it. Shut off the reefer, spoil the product, and they'll never have you run reefer again. Oh, you running the damn reefer again? Is that what you call it? What do you call it? The obnoxious reefer? CPAP, I don't know. I was talking to Snorlord about that today. I don't know. I may not. I did my registration just because they sent it to me in the email and it's free, so I went ahead and registered. But honestly, I'm not enamored with GATS. I've been to GATS and MATS. I look forward to going to MATS. I enjoy it. If you've ever been to both of them, GATS is way smaller. And I don't like the parking situation near as much. I don't know. When the time comes, if I don't have any other thing planned, and it's a week that I'm planning to stay on the road, it's not a week I typically go home every 2 weeks. It works out well for my wife's work schedule on the weekends that I go home every other weekend. And so if it falls on a weekend that I was planning to be on the road anyway, I may go. If it falls on a weekend that I'm normally supposed to go home and I would have to stay out 3 weeks or 4 weeks or, 1 week or whatever, then probably not. But we'll see. Well, see, what Roscoe doesn't understand is he would buy Popeyes every night, but he'd also have to buy Uber Eats because there's nowhere around to get any food except for the little food truck that comes and parks in the lot there. So you'll be doing Uber Eats delivery service on top of the Popeyes order. So I hope you got deep pockets there, Roscoe. Okay, I'm back, but I'm going to have to stack beer instead of waiting longer for the warehouse guys to do it. Oh. But what I'm looking forward to more than GATS, and there's a show that I'm definitely going to try to make it to. If I'm able to make GATS and I feel like going and this, the time just works out, then I'll go. But the one I'm really going to try to make it to, Food Moves, that's not even a discussion. That's not even a debate. But the truck show that I'm really going to try to plan on going to is down in Joplin, Guilty by Association, that 4 State Trucks and the Chrome Shop Mafia puts on. I've never made it to that show, and I'm going to go to that one this year. I will make that arrangement happen. GATS, if it happens, it happens. That's right, CPAP. Oh. But anyway. James, James, did you really just ask, does the Chrome Shop Mafia sell chrome? Is that what I think you asked? Truck show at Walcott, Iowa. I haven't made it to that one either, and I've heard it's pretty big. The only one I'm really, like, I've got some stuff planned out at home already for June and July. So, I know GATS is in August, and Guilty by Association out in Joplin, I think, is sometime in September. So I'm going to try to hit that one. Well, I can make that happen. Joplin's easy to get to in the freight world, so I'm going to make that one happen. And I don't know if I'll hit Walcott or not. I don't really get that way now that I'm in the spot market. I ran over that way some when I was at Schneider, but I don't run that far out of the Midwest anymore. Like trucking, should start a truck show at Jeff's house. But yeah, I might hit Guilty by Association this year, and then next year we hit Walcott. You know, that's easily to do. I've already been to Omaha once since I've been over here with Jeff, and that's only been 2 months. I don't mind Omaha. So getting to Walcott's not all that hard. Plus, I mean, really and truly, Walcott, although it's in Iowa, it's what, 20 miles from the Quad Cities, so it's not hard to get over that way. But all right, yeah, we'll see. Hold your breath. Nah, Food Mooch, Omaha, Nebraska. I used to run out to Omaha. I wouldn't say a lot when I was at Schneider, but I went there plenty. There we go. That's a good idea, Jeff. That is a great idea. That's a great idea. Now, we might have to make Walcott work that way. We'll have James chauffeur us around over there. Easy peasy, he says. We can all have a pot pie to eat on the ride over, right? And a cigar. You'll have to share the pot pie. Knowing James, that would be true. Who said that? Stu. James would have us share a pot pie because his tight ass wouldn't buy enough for everybody to have their own. We'd all be cutting it into little slices. We'd each get our own little, you know, 1 pea, 1 carrot. Sleeping bag party in the basement. Oh, Lord. But anyway, well, we're going to get off here. What time is it? I ain't even looked at what time it is. Yeah, it's 9:50. I hadn't ate dinner yet. I hadn't got hungry yet. Well, hell, I ain't done nothing yet today. I ain't got nothing to do. Ain't got nothing to do today, so I ain't got hungry. But I guess it's time to eat some dinner. I'll probably end up being up to 2 o'clock, and then they'll come and get my truck at 6 in the morning when they open up, and I'll be snoozing in the lounge in there, I guess. But anyway, we're going to slide on out of here. We're going to make us a pizza and chill out for a while and wait for them to get this truck in the shop. y'all don't have too much fun. Pizza video when it's done. Give taste test. Y'all want to really see me eating a pizza on this video with my TV tray dinner? I mean, my TV tray that you have to use in a Peterbilt? Now that's okay. But anyhow, y'all take it easy. Be careful. Hey, it's Blitz week. Make sure all your stuff is in a row. And be safe. Don't be giving the government any more money than you have to, all right? So everybody be safe, and you'll get sauce everywhere. Yep, I appreciate that, Stu. I'll do a video whenever I get back out here and running and let everybody know what it was. And then, but y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all later. All right? Peace out.